Tuna is one of the most consumed fish in the world. It is well known for its versatility, ease of preparation, and deliciousness. Many people have had the pleasure of eating tuna, whether it is in a can or draped over nigiri. Two of the most popular kinds of tuna are bluefin and yellowfin. Fishing for bluefin tuna and yellowfin tuna can be a great option for big game anglers, which is why tuna fishing charters are so popular. These two fighters are also amazing for their culinary value. Sometimes, bluefins can be very similar to yellowfins in appearance, and they can often share the same habitats. It can be difficult to distinguish between bluefin and yellowfin tuna. This quick guide will highlight the difference between bluefin tuna versus yellowfin tuna. Bluefins are named for the distinctive dark blue color. This is evident on their tails and around their dorsal. Bluefins also don't have the same dorsal stripes as yellowfins, but their fins can occasionally show yellow tinges. The bluefin's pectoral fin is shorter than that of the yellowfin. The bright yellow coloring of yellow fins is what gives them their name. It can be seen on the fins, tails and distinctive dorsal stripe running from head to tail. Yellowfins also have longer pectoral fins than bluefins. Both the yellowfin and the bluefin tuna species are large, but the bluefin is the largest. The Atlantic bluefin tuna is the largest species of tuna. The Atlantic bluefin is a massive fish that has been measured at 1,500 pounds. These fins can reach as far back as the tail base in some large specimens. Both yellowfin tuna and bluefin tuna can be found in the Pacific, Atlantic, and Indian Oceans. They travel long distances and often for long periods of time. Although they share many common habitats, the yellowfin tuna prefers warmer waters while the bluefin prefers colder temperatures. Yellowfins can swim well beyond the continental shelves. However, they will also be found in shallow waters when temperatures are higher. Yellowfins are more comfortable in temperate waters than bluefins, generally speaking. They are a popular catch on long-range California fishing trips as well as in the Gulf of Mexico. The Atlantic Ocean is home to many Atlantic bluefins. They mainly stay along North America's eastern coast, with one part of their population moving to the Mediterranean and the other to Mexico to spawn. The Pacific bluefins are also widespread in the Pacific Ocean. They swim a long distance from Japan to the Pacific as juveniles. They swim all the way from Washington to Mexico. After many years of maturing, they return to the Philippine Sea or the Sea of Japan to spawn. The conservation status is one of the most important differences between bluefin tuna and yellowfin tuna. While yellowfin tuna may be found in relative abundance across their range, bluefin tuna are an entirely different matter. The bluefin is listed as endangered by the World Wildlife Foundation, WWF. Despite the complexity of the data, it is clear that humans don't practice ethical or sustainable fishing when it comes to bluefin. The southern bluefin tuna is the most at risk of the bluefin tuna species. Yellowfin are more common and therefore less of a concern. However, the WWF has classified the yellowfin as near threatened. They are being threatened because they are an alternative to bluefin, and are a higher quality choice than many species that are canned. Known as the pinnacle of all tuna fishing, yellowfin tuna is irreplaceable in many ways.
Looks good. Oh, shoot.
From migrating seasonally to finding the perfect way to lure and bait the monster fish, it's worth every ounce of effort learning how to fish for yellowfin tuna and catch them. This species of tuna primarily reside in pelagic waters, or what's most commonly known as the open water and upper layers of the ocean. This type of fish is known to be torpedo-shaped with yellow sides and dorsal fins along with a silver belly. They typically only live for 6 to 7 years and are most commonly found in the Pacific, Atlantic, and Indian Oceans. Learn how to tell the difference between move and get up to speed, then you may get a few bites. Once you've got a bite, keep moving to try and get multiple bites before bringing in your catch. Yellowfin tuna are known for sticking it out and not giving up without a fight. They're incredibly strong and will battle until the end to get away, which is why using a great charter fishing boat is helpful. Be prepared to use all of your strength to get this monster fish in. Be patient when reeling them in. These massive fish have been known to get up to 400 pounds. And while they're easily found, they're not always so easy to catch. You must be willing to stick it out and wrestle to bring them in. Yellowfin fishing is year-round, meaning they're fair game for all tuna fishing charters from January 1st to December 31st. When fishing for yellowfin tuna, no more than 3 yellowfin per person, per day, per trip can be possessed on board a fishing vessel. The minimum size for catching yellowfin tuna is regulated at 27, and these standards must be applied no matter the duration of the trip. The sun was just starting to peek over the horizon as we set out on our boat, ready for a day of tuna fishing. We had been planning this trip for weeks and had all the gear we needed, or so we thought. As we headed out to sea and started dropping lines, we quickly realized that our tackle wasn't quite up to the task. If you're going to catch the big tuna you're seeking, make sure you have the right tackle before you go. Getting the right tackle for tuna fishing is essential if you want to have a successful day on the water. Consider the size of the fish you're targeting, the type of fishing you'll be doing, and the strength and sensitivity of your gear. And Yellowfin tuna, a rod rated for 50 to 80 pounds and a reel with a line capacity of at least 300 yards will be sufficient. For albacore tuna, a rod rated for 20 to 40 pounds and a reel with a line capacity of at least 200 yards should do the trick. Look for a rod that's rated for at least 80 to 100 pounds and a reel with a line capacity of at least 400 yards. Next, consider the type of fishing you'll be doing. Will you be trolling, jigging, or casting? Each method requires different types of tackle. For trolling, you'll want a rod with a sensitive tip and a strong backbone, as well as a heavy-duty reel with a high gear ratio. For jigging, you'll want a shorter, more flexible rod with a strong backbone, as well as a reel with a high gear ratio and a strong drag system. And for casting, you'll want a longer, more flexible rod with a fast action and a light, responsive reel. You'll want a strong, heavy-duty fishing rod rated for the weight and power of the tuna you're targeting. Look for a rod that's rated for at least 20 to 100 pounds, depending on the size of the tuna. Some of our favorite tuna rods are: you'll need a large, high-capacity spinning or conventional reel that can hold enough line to handle the long runs and powerful fights of tuna. Look for a reel that's rated for at least 300 yards of line or more and has a strong drag system. Here are some tuna reel recommendations. When it comes to line, braid is generally the best choice for tuna fishing. You want a line strong enough to handle the weight of a large tuna, but also thin enough to not spook the fish. Braid has a smaller diameter than monofilament, which allows you to pack more line onto your reel. It's also more abrasion resistant, which is important when you're battling a strong fish like tuna. Fighting belts and harnesses distribute the weight of the fish across the angler's body, while gaffs are used to land the fish once it's hooked. Outriggers, downriggers, and planers are used to separate trolling lines, get bait or lures deeper in the water column, and increase their spread. Tuna tubes keep live bait fish healthy, and fish finders and GPS help locate schools of tuna and navigate to the best spots. Safety equipment is also crucial for any fishing trip.